Yo, me say the amount of messages I received over the past 5 days that I did not upload a recap, it's crazy. But all that did is tell me that love the recaps and it's kind of addicting and just want more, pan more, pan more. So sorry for the wait, but here I am right now with another Unstoppable recap. Now, if this is your very first time coming across an Unstoppable recap, welcome. Thank you so much for taking a listen. Now, this one right here is a story that was shared on Unstoppable Live a while back. And family, listen. When it comes to domestic violence, right, you can't judge the person that's in it and say, yo, you should leave, you shouldn't sit down and take it. Because you see, sometimes people in that situation at that moment just don't know no better, because they feel like when somebody hurt them, they are at fault and them supposed to just do whatever it takes to make the other person happy, meaning the abuser, until them come to the realization for themselves that, hey, yeah, hear me, I'm not the one doing anything wrong here and I need to get out. And that is the situation right here with this person who shared her experience. She spoke on how, she got pregnant for this man, and after she had an abortion because she didn't feel like they were ready yet, to bring a child in the midst. The man beat her and then come back and apologize. They make up and then the beatings continued. Family, take a listen to this one right here that was shared on Unstoppable Live.
We went to school, we went to high school together. But at that time, I wasn't looking for boyfriends or whatever. But as time went by, I graduated, and I ended up being a teacher, and I end up teaching this person brother, but not because I taught his brother that he ended up being my spouse or my boyfriend or my abuser or whatever, the monster that whatever I had. Um, then I fall into some things, that's another story, and then I end up living in a certain street that this person plays football. Now I'm there. I was pregnant, and but from his story, he said that he remembered me, and I had his brother in my class, and he would come, but because he never really saw me with a tummy, he didn't know that I was pregnant. But as time goes by, he see me in the street, and they play street football, and then he realized I'm pregnant. But then he's not seeing any male figure, the dad for this baby. So like, I don't know if really tell, oh, this is his chance. Maybe she and her baby father broke up. Indeed, that what happened. We broke up when I was 6 months pregnant, and time went on, the baby born, and fast forward. Well, he used to like give me all his money, and this time he used to wear a lot of jewels and give me this money to keep, so we can, when he playing this football. I don't know if he was baiting me, or I don't know. You're young. So one day I was like, let's call him Jim. I was like, Jim, come collect your stuff because I gotta go out. He run up to me and he said, where are you going? I said, I'm going to the movies. And he said, you wanna can I come? Audience, that was my biggest mistake for 11 years to say yes. I said yes. I'm thinking as women. I don't know. This is how I'm thinking. Um, well, I'm gonna save my money, and he's gonna pay for everything and whatever, whatever. So I said, okay, meet me at the movie. But I didn't mean like I'm gonna date you. And we went to the movie, so he started buying me this moccasin. Moccasin style that gets you drunk. But I was smarter than that. And when he buy them, I would keep throwing them away at the side of me, and he keep buying and he keep buying. So halfway of the movie, he said, let's go. I was like, okay. So he's trying to lower me now. He's taking me home. It's like, I have a message to drop to this person. But where the message that he's gonna drop, it's in a street with lots of hotels. So I said, no, I'm not going. And he said, why? I said, no, take me home. And then he said, okay. He said, okay. And then he drives along, and then not a street come by. I didn't know that this is where he lives now. And he said, well then, let me drop the message here. I said, no, Jim, take me home. And then he said, okay, okay, I'm gonna take you home. Take me home. He would like from there it started. Started. We started seeing each other and this and that. And this man would be like, I don't know. He was the best thing that you think can ever happen to you. He whined me and dined me, and there was nothing that I want. He would give me, and at that time, I'm young and sexy, and he would be flossing over the place with me, and got eyes turning. I'm glad for the attention. Everybody's like saying, Jim, where did you get her from? Oh, she's cute, and they complimenting me. Everything is going fine. Everything is going fine. So at the time, I used to date a guy, and it was a grown guy. He was a grown guy, a drugs dealer. So, and he knew this, so he would accept it, and like, you know, take me to if I gotta go somewhere, and would take me there, and the guy would meet me and whatever, whatever. So time went by. I started to make my own decision. I was like, this is a big man, and no matter with the money, I'm gonna make this guy mine. Lo and behold, I I told him we turned friends now. We can talk anything. He talk about these girls. I would talk about this guy, and we good. I think we were good. And so I tell him, I'm gonna leave this guy. And he said, "You sure, but that's a serious man. You just got." I said, "You don't worry with it. I can leave him. He don't own me." So be careful. He's telling me be careful because those men are dangerous people. I said, "You don't worry about it. I'm gonna show you." So as times went by, fast forward, I left the guy, and one day I got pregnant. I got pregnant now into the whatever we had. I didn't know if it was relationship or what, but
Mm-hmm.
I got pregnant like into 9 months of it. And I told him I'm pregnant, but my grandparents live like in another state. And I'm like, I already got these my babies, and I'm young, and I don't want another baby. I got to do something. So I went away and had an abortion. Came back, I'm okay now. I just went to see my grandparents, and soon as I came back home, I don't know who told him. I don't know if he had people watching me, but he was at my house like 10 minutes after I got there. Walk into my room. I was standing there. I think I just had a shower. He grabbed me by my neck and he slammed me on the bed. He said, Claire, he said, why did you do it? I said, talking about. And he said, why did you do it? So I'm like, I think that I belong to me, and I powerful, I own me. I said, look, this is my body and I can do whatever, I want with it.
Mm-hmm.
And he, there and then, he gives me the best right hand anybody could think about. I think I see stars. And he get up off of me and he walk out. My cousin came in and she said, oh my God, what
So
happened
before
to
you
you? What
continue,
did
let me ask you, what was it? So you were with him, so you had the abortion, so you didn't want to have a child for him at all.
it's not that I didn't want to have a child. Think about it now. Not no, not really. I didn't think we reached in the relationship that we're gonna have babies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. So and then I had my baby. So I can't bring a baby on a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Well, suppose now he walk away, what's gonna happen to me? So I so my cousin comes, she said, oh my God, she said, what happened? I said, because I went to my grandparents. You know what happened, and I don't know who tell him. I don't know. This is the first time this happened to me. Nobody never hit me.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, okay. And I'm there. I couldn't go to work because I'm still teaching. I couldn't go to work for like a week or two. I had to go take sick leave for sanity, and then so that the eyes was red, like it was gonna burst. You know, and it had to go away so that I can go to work. So I go to work. So After that, he come back like about 3 days after. He's come and he kneeled down to me and he said, "Oh my God, I'm sorry what I did. This is not me." And he try and give me another chance because I really like you and blah blah blah. And
No,
and and I just want
this is after I'm gear that right and way.
the
Mm-hmm.
the best writer, and I always call it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So a couple of days, and he's like, let me take you to the pharmacy so you can get something for your eyes." And now I'm thinking, I was young, so 20 years old. I'm thinking, well, yeah, maybe he liked me. Look, he's coming to take me to. That was so foolish.
After
And
him
anyhow,
just box you down, you gonna say maybe him like you, him a go take you to the.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can sit back and laugh at it now. I'm like, now he does like 2 days ago. My eyes is so, and then he wanna. I'm saying like maybe he wanna take me to fix it, and he's not gonna do it again. Anyhow, times go by, he slowed up and whatever, whatever. So now about another 6, 7, 8, 9 months, I got pregnant again, and I'm like, oh, what I'm gonna do? Remember what happened to the first one? And he didn't know, so I go to my grandmother, and well, the first one she didn't know, and I told her what happened, and she said, Jackie, before you go and commit this sin, maybe he would change. Maybe he wouldn't do this again. Maybe you just give the baby a chance. Anyhow, he's good as gold. He's good as gold. He's everything. Everything is perfect. Anyhow, I came back to the city. I was 5 months pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
So no, you wanna have sex with me, and it wasn't going right. So you know, it wasn't going right. So I was like, this can't happen. No, no, it's not working out. And then he asked me what happened. I said, I don't know, but you hurting me, and stop. And then he said he looked in my eyes. It was like blood, my face like blood. And then he said, I'm really hurting you. Okay, he stopped. And then I said, we young and whatever. Maybe you could go get your sex somewhere, but be careful. I don't know if I was just a fool to say that, but or I was just looking out for his satisfaction or whatever. And then anyhow, when I come back now and he realized that how many months I am now, he make a 360. I think he faster than that. That's when I see the real devil, like a devil being born. I can't go nowhere. I can't, even though I'm pregnant, he's missing. I don't find him. I don't see him. And he would come check me once a month, or I would see him twice a month. He don't care if I go to doctors and I'm getting this baby.
Now this is the
It's
same man
going.
who
It's
beat you the first time because you got rid of the child.
yes,
Now you get pregnant
yes.
again for him and he's nowhere to be
I
found.
can't. No, I call him. He wouldn't answer his phone, and if I do, because he had these mini buses, like I would go where the mini buses would stop just to see him. He would rush up to me and say, your place is effing home. Your place is effing home. Why are you out here? I said, because I'm trying to get you and I can't get you. So why don't you just go the F home? And I'm a person, if you only sneeze hard at me, I would start crying. I get embarrassed fast. So I told my friend, I said, let's go, let's go. I'm not going to do this again. I ain't never coming back. I would never look for him. You know, this baby, it's going to be fine. My friend just said, Jackie, let's go. I went home, didn't see him for like a month again. Then he came, no, yes. I see him about 2 weeks after. He come to me. Um, you know, when he do something wrong, he would call me like, Jay, Jay. So I like, oh, I wonder what happened now. And he said, a girl is pregnant for me. Just give me some money. He said, girl is pregnant for me, but can you give me 10,000 from it? I want to give it to her so she can have an abortion. So now I did that,
Hold
and
on,
then
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Wait, wait, wait. The man come to you for money, figure get abortion for your next woman where him get pregnant.
He gave me the money like in the morning, and he came back the afternoon and said if I could you see that money that I give you, um just give me, I'll give it back to you by the weekend. Give it me, let me give this girl so she can have an abortion. Me now, like a fool, gave him the money, and he went with it, and then he came back like about 2 3 weeks after,
But
or
what
a
kind of
month or
what
so.
kind of relationship you and him have where he felt so comfortable to come to you and tell you that another girl is pregnant for him? What kind of
I think we
relationship
had.
was that?
I know those are things that men hide from women, from the baby mother that is pregnant. Well, maybe I should think that, at this time, well, that's total disrespect. Yeah. I don't. As I said, I told you this morning, unstoppable. I couldn't see past my lashes over this guy. I could not see. I couldn't even reach closer to my toe. I didn't know what was going on. Like, as I say, like he had a spell on me or something. Fast forward, time go by. Yeah, I got the baby, and that's when it started, man. It started. I can't go nowhere. My mother can't see me. If I gotta go by my mother, I gotta, like, I make an appointment. Um, by the time I reach my mother house, she be calling the phone, and then if they say, "Oh, clear it," she is there. No, she's not there. I'm in trouble if I'm not there, because he timing me what time I should reach there. And then when I get there, he'd call back the phone. Where the f was you? You know how long I've been calling, and from the time you could reach on such part to such part, you should have been. He not thinking, well, like, maybe, something might happen or might stop at a shop or nothing. And anyhow, it's going by, it's going by, it's going by. I started to get like a depression now. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to do. People come tell me, oh, they see him here with this girl. They see him here with that girl. He end up, if I do say something, I would get a beating. Oh, I like to listen to effing people, and at the end of the day, he coming home, and a whole bag of things. I'm just telling you, skip what I can, come to my mind.
No, we don't
So
want you
one day,
skipping. No, we don't want you leave out nothing, cause we don't want no holes in the story. We want the full story, right?
I tell you,
Because oh
I
god,
can't tell you the whole story. It's gonna take us all night.
right? But we don't want no holes in the story. So don't skip and hop too much. Don't skip and
Okay,
hop too
okay,
much.
okay, okay. So then he come back to me with the baby story. He said, Jackie, the girl didn't have the abortion. So I asked her, and I don't know what to do, and this and that and the other. So I looked at him and I said, you know what? Think of it, I was a damn fool. Anyhow, moving right along. I said, know what? That's a boat that you can't turn back. Live and let others live. So now when I think about, like, I really de accepting another person in this relationship.
Well,
Um,
as the viewers all here commenting saying you gave him permission to go see someone else.
yes, that I think, yeah. Anyhow, I said, well, then live and let others live. And he blamed me for that, child. I'll know.
Why? Because you gave
Anyhow,
him permission?
because I gave him permission. If it wasn't me, he wouldn't have got this child and this is that, and a whole bag of things. And now the child end up not being his, but he already signed for it. And they don't know I'm living in hell. As times go by, I was nobody can. I couldn't own a cell phone, because if I own a cell phone, a man would call me. I never had a cell phone until I left him. That's when the first time I owned a cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
If I got, one time, I have brothers. I have brothers, but they never get in, and most of it I hide it from them because I'm not living close to my parents. My brother and my sister, they could see me. I'm living far away in the city, so most of the time they don't know. So one day I was spending time with my mother, and I have to ask him where I can go, if I can go, and all of these things. So my sister was going to the movie with her son.
No,
I have my son
you are
now.
a grown woman having to ask permission if you and where you can go.
Yes, yes. When, where, how, and why.
People who not hear these things.
And I
And what age you were at that time?
at that time I was 24.
And you have to be asking permission if and when and where you could go.
Yes, and I working for my own money.
Mm.
Anyhow, so I asked him about 3 weeks if I can go to the movies with my sister. 'Cause she had a baby all a year younger than mine. So her baby is like a year, couple months, and my baby is like a year and months. You know, he can walk, but he's still a hand baby. And we went to the movie. Yes, I get to go to the movie. I'm so happy that I can go to the movie. I went to the movie with my sister. So the way going to home, I can drop her off. So she said, Jackie, can you drop me home? I said, no problem. So we went home. I drive and I drop her home. Make sure she get inside with her baby because the baby was younger. And then I drive, got stuck in traffic. I didn't know that this man went to the movie and was trailing us all the time from the movie. See all where I drive and where I stop and all of these things. So when I come home, where my mother was, I couldn't park the car. I had to park the car like on the public road. Come home and I park the car, take the baby out, and I'm walking in the street to my mother's house. And all I hear is Jackie. So I look around like, hey, what are you doing out here? He drinking a Guinness. So I said, what are you doing? You drinking out there? I'm drinking out here? You mean the movie over such and such time, and this is the time you could reach home? I said, I dropped my sister home, and I'm coming home now. And then oh, so you turn a taxi now? You turn a taxi? What happened? Baby father couldn't go for her, and blah, blah, blah. And he started the whole bag of scene. And I'm like, listen, I'm not up for this tonight. I'm really not up for it. Just leave me. I'm going home by my mom. And he said, oh, you're going home? So I turned to walk away. And he said, look here. And when I look back, all I could feel is the Guinness bottle hit me over the eye. And all I could feel, my eye clouded with blood. I got the baby in my hand, so the baby get the blood now. And the same side that he hit me, I have the baby holding. So I hold my eye and I start running. And because I didn't, it wasn't far, a couple houses from my mom's house. So run and come behind me and he said, you see what you make me do? You see what you make me do? Just because you can't listen, you can't effing listen. You ask to go to the movie. I give you one chance to go to the movie. You have to go drop your sister there and then go and drive. So when he start telling me where I'm driving, then I'm thinking now, oh my, he been behind me all the time. So I walk now. So I put the baby by the door and he went inside. He was crying and my brother was there. So my brother see the baby with all the blood and he run outside and he said, Jackie, what happened to the baby? When he looked at me, my whole face is blood. And he said, because my brother used to spear fish. My brother run inside because now he's at the bottom of the step and I'm like, you should go. I'm not going anywhere without you. Go get the baby, get my child, and let's go home.
So during this time, what were your family saying though? Because your family knew about the abuse, right?
Yeah, they were begging me and crying and pleading. My mother used to cry why don't you leave this guy? What is it? So she used one thing one time that I tell you this one. What is it? What is it? Is it the sex so good? I can't believe no sex can get me going through this. But trust me, it wasn't the sex. It wasn't the money. I don't know what it was. Anyhow, my brother come over here, stand up, and he said, you think she don't got nobody forever. So now he got the spear. He said, Jackie, move, let me kill this nigga, And I said, no, wait. So I'm between the spear and him. And I said, no, you don't have to. He said, no, don't tell me no. And my brother angry, he's crying and he's trembling. He said, let me kill this guy. And I said, no. So I said, Jim, go, you just go ahead. And he walked away, and I run inside. I hold my brother literally shaking. He hold my face. He said, is it bad? Is it bad? I say, I don't know. And then, and he say, yo, don't go back. Don't go back. I said, okay, I am not gonna. I'm there by my mother. And I don't know if he watch people, he time people, or what. One day he come at the house, me alone home. And he come and he said, why you not coming home? I said, I'm not coming back. And he said, why? Why you not coming home? I said, I don't want to go be in this again. And he said, I'm sorry. I went home and think about it. I had no right. And he always telling me how he's sorry, and he would cry tears. He can't live without me, and it's best he die, and the whole 9 yards.
But he
At
has
that time,
he has beaten you multiple times though. So every time he come back and say I'm sorry, you just decide to just forgive him and continue the relationship?
and go back home. Literally, that was it. Literally. Anyhow, I went back home. I went back home, and time go by, and listen, it if I go like a week or 2 weeks without a beating or a crying, or so I start get depressed now. Like I can't think right. I say like what, like I kneel down and I cry. I ask God, what did I do in this life? Why do in this life go through this? It's like I'm in prison. And I would cry to Him, just let me go, let me go. You could find all the worst thing in the world to tell people that I did to you. I'm gonna accept it. Just please let me go. And He will just look at me, and one day He said, let you go? I own you. So I said, you know, and I just remember this part that night. It's like I lost it. And my son was there. He was like about 3 to 4 years, and I look at my son. No, yeah, about 3 years old now. I look at my son, and I'm like, I know this. I know this is not nice to say, and it's not healthy. What I'm gonna say is, I look at my son. I think about it now, and I still cry because my son is grown now. You know. I look at my son, and there was a knife on the bed, like at that time they were like the Radiohead bed, and there was a knife that he been eating something he been eating. And when he said, I own you. So when he said that, he didn't say it like, he joking. He said it like with authority. And I look at my son lying down there. I snatch the knife and I start firing stab, because I'm telling myself, if I didn't have this baby, I couldn't be in this. And he snatched the little boy away, and he said, you crazy? I says, best I kill him because he have me here in this.
Wait,
Then my
wait,
mother run, and
wait.
she
You
said,
start stab. You start trying to stab who?
my son, because my son was sleeping on the bed right there when he turned and told me, I own you. And like I lost, I said, if I didn't have this baby, I couldn't be with him. I would have, like, is he got this baby, this little boy got me attached to him. And grabbed the knife and I start firing. I don't even know how none didn't catch that little boy. So he snatched me, say, you crazy? And then my mother run in, and she said, what happened? What happened? And then he said, Clear one, stab the little boy up. So my mother run to me, she snatched me, she slammed me to the wall. And this time, like, I can't even see nobody no more. And she said, what happened? And my mother started crying. And she said, what happened? Why you want to stab the baby up? And I said, Mommy, if I didn't have this baby, I want to be in this, and I keep crying. And she said, I tell you, leave him alone. I tell you, leave him alone. But I said, but I can't leave him. He wouldn't leave me alone. And then she go out and she say, you need to leave my daughter alone. Go find somebody else. Leave her alone, because she could have killed my grandson. And then I calmed down, and then she called my sister and them, and they said, oh, Clear, you gonna kill. I said, it's best I kill myself now.
Remember not to call
Because
name, yeah?
yeah, I said, it's best I kill myself. And I said, no, 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 no. kill yourself. No, you can't do that. And then I said, I just need out of this. I don't know what to do. And the thing is, I do everything what this guy wants. Oh, your skirt is too short. I wouldn't wear that skirt anymore. Don't walk that street. I would never walk that street again. You only go to market on Thursday. I go to market only on Thursday. I'm teaching at a private school, and you're supposed to go to the private school, go to school, and just come home back, look at the kids. I do that. I'm like, I'm doing everything that this guy wants, and still it's not enough. What is it? What did I do? You know? So one day, let's fast forward a little bit. Um, this they had a stage show. um yeah, he carried me out, and when he do these things, he would like shower me with gifts. I would go home and reach these, this and that and the other thing. And I started thinking about, he abused me, and then when he tried to buy me back. No, he can't be buying me back, no. And I said, like, I don't know how to I go by my family far away where he don't know. He would find me. I go everywhere, he would find me. He would pay money. I'm clear skinned, so if you touch me a little hard, you know what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
He would always hit me in my face, hit me in my face. The only way he would hit me is in my face. It's like I'm looking at myself now, and it started to break me down. I said, like, maybe I'm not pretty enough, but I know to myself I'm damn pretty. I know I'm it, but why? So anyhow, I was teaching at a private school. At this time, my son was in my class, and one of my students come up to me. He hit me in my face, so I put on makeup, try to hide it because I gotta go to school. And one of my little students came up, and he said, "Teacher Jackie, what happened to you?" And I said, "What happened, baby? Nothing's wrong with me." And he come and touch the spot. I don't know if the makeup did rub off or something, And he said, "Did Kevin father hit you?" I said, "No, baby." And then he said, "He shouldn't hit you. That's not right." Oh my God, that was the last day that I teach. Because if I'm a more role model to these kids, how am I going to go to school with black and blue eye and all of these things? I went home and I tell my mother, I sent in my resignation. I said, I can't work no more. At this time, I stopped stop looking pretty, doing my hair, wearing, I'm just like, I'm living because there's life. When it's end, it end. I don't care anymore. So I stopped working and I'm home. Remember he maintained the house and blah 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 everything. I'm home. So he asked me, "You're not going back to work?" I said no. I make up a lie and tell you how my boss didn't pay me for 2 months and I can't work for free. And then he said, "Yeah man, you can't work for free. It's best you just stay home. I got this." That was another mistake I made. Now he gotta maintain me. It get worse. It gets worse now. This and that and the next and the third, and every week I gotta get a beating. Every week I gotta get something. As soon as I hear he come to the gate, I'm scared. My heart skip a beat. I wonder what he coming with now. He would come in the house. It's like I don't know. But anyhow, one day it was my sister's birthday, and she go to him and ask him, um, you know, um, can we take clear? Can we take if they can take me out? So he said okay. I don't know if he feel embarrassed or what. So we went to the strip club, and we went to the strip club, and the same guy that the drugs dealer that I was dealing with, he was in the club. And when I go into the club, I see the other baby mother. Remember the baby mother that. So now I'm there, but I'm very short, so I had to climb up on a stool to see, the strippers and whatever. But as soon as the guy see me, he didn't even come to me. All he did is nod his head, but he keeps sending, all the champagnes, and my sister, they spraying, wetting the strippers with champagne, and we had a good time. Yeah, we had a good time. Lo and behold, that was the last good time, because it was gonna be on after then. I went home, and because I was allowed to go, nothing went down, and that was um that was like the Saturday, the sun. No, that was the Friday. The Saturday, the Sunday, he come to me. He come riding his bike. So he said, put on something. I'm gonna take you somewhere. I was washing, so I'm like, something in my mind said nothing is right. No, something feel wrong. Anyhow, I went on the bike, and I see he go in the direction where this baby mother live. And when when we reached his street, the girl's street, he turned in the street. So I'm like, oh go, I wonder what now.
Alright, so me know uno aga vex because I cut it right at the part where you want to hear what happen. But if you don't want to hear what happen after I'm turn through the next baby mother corner, click the link that's in the description. It will take you over to Unstoppable Live where you can listen to the rest of the video in its entirety. Because remember, this is just a recap, right? So if you want to listen to everything, just click the link. See, when you go over there, make sure to leave a comment in the comment section and let me know that you came over from the recap channel. Also, hit that subscribe button over there as well. So once we go live, you can be there to participate, call in, share your views and your opinions on whichever topic you're listening to at the time. Make sure to hit the subscribe button here on the recap channel as well. So once we drop another recap, you don't miss it. See, watch out, man. Until next time, stay strong, stay motivated, but most of all, remain unstoppable.
Unstoppable youth, unstoppable youth.